What's going on? Raj hollering at y'all. And you see me back there in the background. That's Raj back there in the background, that mirror as well. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about RocDaHouse Studios. So, chats are hidden. All we talking about is RocDaHouse Studios. So let me start. If you have some creativity and you decide, look, I want to express my creativity. I want to do something different. I want to see if I can write a song. I want to see if I can do spoken word. I want to see if I can do something real nice. But you don't have money to get into a major studio. You don't have $75 an hour. You don't have $125 an hour in Philly or any place else. You do not. You want to come to a nice, comfortable studio in a nice, comfortable place where you can just sit back and relax. Have your little glass of wine. If you want some oatmeal, you want some tea, I got that. That's RocDaHouse Studios, the HolloMedia Group, and RaJuR. Let's get started. We're going to take a tour of the studio. That's what we're doing today. So I just want to go ahead and run that past y'all, a little caveat. So let me turn the camera around so you can check out the studio. All right? That's what we're going to do. And we're going to take it from there. RocDaHouse Studios, the HolloMedia Group. And I know my homies are logging on now to check out fragrance videos. That will be later. But right now, we're doing RocDaHouse Studios. Let's take a tour. When you don't want to go to your friend's studio in his bedroom or in his basement, and all he has is one mic, a laptop, an interface, and a wind blocker thing, whatever they call that, come to a real studio. For $25 an hour, you get the best of equipment, the best of RaJuR, the best production. And if you have your own production, that's fine. Bring your own 2-track, bring your own ideas. If I can help you, I'll help you. If you like what you have already, come by. Let me hear your music. Let's put it together. $25 an hour, you cannot beat it. Hours are from 8 to 10 on the weekdays, and on the weekends from 6 to 9. So let's go. Let's check out the studio. Turn around, Raj. No music, loud. Bang! Dun, dun, dun. Here we have what we call a Novations Ziosense. It's sitting out here because sometimes it acts wrong, but it's okay. Let's check out the other stuff. If you need a guitar, we have a Fender acoustic guitar here, and we have myriad guitars. We have a Pacifica Strat. We have a Squier Jazz. We have another Squier Jazz fretless. We have a Fender Jazz made in Mexico, and we have a Music Man Stingray, and we also have an American Fender also, and we also have a Fender Telecaster. So those are the guitars you get to choose from. You want to come here, like, look, I don't have a bass rod, but I want to play bass. There we go. We got basses, and we have guitars, and we have an acoustic. Let's walk back to the studio after y'all see me. What's up? All right, let's go back here, and now, RocDaHouse Studios. Y'all want some music on? Nah, we don't need the music on. Let's keep it real. We're going to take it from how we're going to take it. Let's go through. Now, a lot of this equipment, a lot of you guys won't know about, but don't worry. Just know that I have analog gear, I have digital gear, I have the best of gear that you're going to find in any studio in Philly. In fact, some of my gear is better than the studios in Philly, and definitely better than your homeboy's bedroom studio, where all he has is a laptop, a mic, a popper stopper, and an interface, and that's it. So let's get it on. We're going to go back here in the vocal booth. This is where we're going to start, and this is where we cut our vocals at. This is where I cut my vocals at, back here in the vocal booth. And here we have back here the capability of controlling our session, because we use Pro Tools. We can control our session right back here in the vocal booth. Let's close the door. And as you see, we're soundproofed in here. Sounds very good. Sounds very tight. We hang our lyrics up there if you like. Put them where you want. Hang them on the mirror. There's plenty of sticky pins. We're very comfortable down here, and it feels good back here, and it sounds good back here. And we have our own screen back here, so if you know how to run Pro Tools, you can actually run Pro Tools yourself back here and run your own session. Here's your mouse. Here's your controller. And here's Pro Tools right back here in the vocal booth. What studio allows you to do that in their vocal booth? None. Okay? Let's go through our myriad of mics that we have. We have the C414. This is for professional people who know what these mics are. And for you who don't know what these mics are, just know we got some quality mics. The AKG C414, a standard mic in the industry. We had the Evertone Tube mic, the CV12, based off of the C12 by AKG that Brian McKnight uses. He doesn't use this one, but he uses the upgraded model of this, but we have the tube model right here. Evertone CV12. We have the M Audio Sputnik. I've cut 2 CDs with this mic. This is also a tube mic. Nice and warm. Make your vocals sound nice and warm, whether you're female or whether you're male. Here we have the Aston Spirit. Very good mic. This came out a couple years ago. Very nice mic. Depends. We have different mics just in case you have different vocals. If your vocals don't sound right on a particular mic, we'll put another mic up. We don't have the U8087 because the U87, even though it's a standard industry mic, doesn't mean it works for everybody. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means it's a standard industry mic. But that mic may not work anymore. So we have 4 mics just starting. And you can go to many major studios that have many U87s, but they're still going to have a couple of these and a couple of these and a couple of these. So let's go down to my mic. Here we have the Blue Kiwi. And just to see how big this is my hand, and I have big hands. That's how big that mic is. All right, that's the Blue Kiwi. We have your standard, every studio would have one of these. And if you look at podcasts or some major podcasts, you'll see the RaJuR SM7B. All right. We have the studios that the major studio mics, but they don't have this. This is called the Blue Woodpecker. This is a ribbon mic. So we have all the mics you need. We have a ribbon mic. We have a broadcast mic. Michael Jackson used SM7 for Thriller. We have the Blue Kiwi. Look at all these patterns on the back. We can get your mic, we can get your vocals to sound great back here. And again, the C414, the Evertone CV12, the M Audio Sputnik, and the Aston Spirit. And you're back here in the vocal booth. All right? So here we go. Let's set the mood. Bam! And that's how you set the tone back here in the vocal booth. We have our pop screens. We good to go back here. Let's come out to the studio now. And we run right into our amplifiers. We have amplifiers. We have a Fender. This is a Blues Junior. And we also have a Music Man HD212. You don't see these anymore around because they don't make them anymore. They stopped making them. All right. So if you guys have guitars, you want to plug your guitar in, and you want a certain sound, we can get that sound. And we'll mic it up with the mic that you want to mic the amp up with. That's what we do back here at RocDaHouse Studios. Here we have our analog gear. This is the DeepMind 6. So if you want to, get a sound, let's see if we're going to make a little bit of sound while we're back here. It's a nice little tour. Let's try to do a little something. Okay, let's see. Sound like we're not hitting the right buttons to be an engineer, because I do that as well. Here we go. So you get that smooth, warm, analog sound, and that's what you're looking for in this new music. All right, next we have the Moog, and everybody in the studio business know about the Moog, and this is our sub-fatty for our bass lines. Yeah, that was me trying to do 24 karat Bruno Mars real quick. And then we have our Prophet 8. And again, if anybody knows anything about synthesizers, you know what the Dave Smith Prophet 8 is. All right? All them knobs, all analog. 8-voice analog, 1-voice analog, 6-voice analog. Okay? Here we have our Mini Nova with our vocoder on there. So we want to get down and do some, yeah. What you gonna do? What you want to do? That's what you do. That's what you do. That's what you do. Here it is, vocoder. So we got a vocoder back here. And this is made by a company called Novation. It's called the Mini Nova. All right. Here we have my oatmeal and my tea and the Behringer Model D. This is modeled from the Moog Model D, but it's a small form factor, desktop version. And I'm telling you, it's very close to sound like the Moog Model D. So if you guys know anything about Moog and the Model D, you know that's $3,800. You can get that sound very close right here. It's been compared with the Model D. Here we have our mixing boards. These are Panasonic Ramza DA7 digital boards. And they're cascaded together. So if I move, I can move them. moving it around like that. We have automation and everything with these boards. Here we have Pro Tools up here, ready to roll our other monitor with Pro Tools. We have some JBL LSR 25s from back in the day. We have some Yamaha's HS5s. And our subwoofers down here on the floor, our KRK 12. All right? Now, we got the MPC 2000 XLs, which I produce all my music with. That's what we do. That's how I do my music. You may not use this. That's okay. Bring whatever you use. Let's hook it up. Let's make it pop off. $25 an hour. We have the Duet Apogee interface. We have the Mini-Me by Apogee interface. We don't play around down here. We don't play. This is not your friend's studio in his basement or in his bedroom. This is a different studio altogether. I'm trying to tell you, $25 an hour will go a long way here, and you will get a clean sound. Let's check out my music, www.RaJuR.net. It is not about the music. You're looking for the sound quality. My music may not be your music, but my sound quality, you'll be able to hear it. Focusrite Session Pack ISA 220. And this we use for our microphones, guitars, and anything else we're going to run through there. Here we have the Universal Audio LA610, and that's tube. So all this is industry standard gear, of course, and we have that just in my studio alone. We have our master link, is what we make our CDs with, and send them out for production. Lexicon MPX100 and MPX500 effects units. We have two-tone beef, mic pre's, and instrument pre's made by Warm Audio, okay? We have two of those. We have our patch bay. Then down below, we have a whole bunch of stuff. I don't need to tell you about that. Ask me about it when you get here. Here's a Gaiatone reverb tank. A lot of people like that old reverb sound from back in the day. The surf music, with a lot of reverb. This is our Gaiatone. You're not going to find many studios that have this. I'm probably one of them that only has this piece. The Gaiatone tube reverb tank. Next, we have an ISA-1 back there. You can plug a mic and a guitar in at the same time. So somebody who may want to just do an acoustic and, you know, a guitar or a mic, we can plug it all in here. But we have too many mic pre's to worry about. We got plenty to plug into here at RocDaHouse Studios. Here we have another SRV330 by Roland effects unit. We have a 204 Aphex enhancement unit. We have our MIDI pieces that run our MIDI gear. We have a Kurzweil KR 2000. Here's our digital pieces. We run our whole studio with the Apogee Big Ben clock. As you can see, we have a motif rack, and we have our new window RME Steinberg to run all our digital as well. Coming down low, we have another MIDI Verb 2 reverb. We have the Roland XV5050 for sounds, Proteus 2000 for sounds, and a Trinity Rat for sounds. So we got plenty of sounds here. We have the Digitech. We got Digidesign Digi002, and this is where we bring our Logic sounds out of into our board. We use this to bring Logic sounds out, okay? Up here, we have our sub mixer for some of our other synths, because we have so many synths. We had to get a sub mixer, Yamaha 01V for our sub mixing. Here we have more synthesizer sounds. We got the Micron by Elisa's, very nice analog warm sounding synth. Very warm sounding. We have the Casio CZ01, and this right here is a classic right here. People trying to get this off my hands. I can't give it to you because it's hard for me to get that up. CZ101 subtractive synthesis, and for people who was into this, y'all know what it is. You know what kind of sound you can get out of this, and it sounds beautiful. Nice and warm. With a little bit of chorus. Okay? Then we have the Dave Smith Mofo. You get some good bass sounds out of this. I don't have it hooked up right now because I'm having keys. And the Blofeld synthesizers. My newest one I just picked up last week by Wardorf. And you guys know what sound you get out of this. If you're in professional studios, you know what this gear is. If you don't know what it is, just come down and check it out. And I'll show you what it is. This is our main controller, and we get sounds out of this. This is our Motif 6. So we have a Motif rack. And we also have a Motif 6. All right? And then you have some wax you want to kind of record. We can put it on the turntable, our stand turntable, and we can break down some wax for you. Speaking of wax, we don't do rap. I'm sorry. I'm just not interested in doing rap. Unfortunately, it's not my thing. There's no need in getting into it because I just don't get into it. If you want to get into rap, you got to go somewhere else for that. But here we do jazz, R&B, neo soul, spoken word, whatever's clean, whatever's nice, that's what we do here at RocDaHouse Studios. So that's the tour of the studio. I hope y'all liked it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And now I'm going to do a fragrance video because I get into fragrances as well. But don't forget, RocDaHouse Studios, let me know when you're ready to get up here. Contact me at PRO2SER@AOL.com. If you want to get more information, schedule time, schedule a tour. You come and check it out. Then check out my music, www.RaJuR.net. You can check out my music there. You can also send an email to RaJuR, RaJuR, at HolloMedia, HolloMedia.com. And you can also send that to me and send, let me know what's going on. And whether you want to use the studio, whether you want to stop by, you want to take a tour, you want to hear some music, whatever it is, that's what we do here at HolloMedia, the HolloMedia Group and RocDaHouse Studios. All right, I'm out. Enough of talking. Time to talk about some fragrances. Hey, man, y'all take care. Hope to see y'all soon. Let's do business. $25 an hour at a pro studio. You really can't beat that. For real, for real. But the last thing I'm going to say is, don't get into music trying to be a star. Don't get into music trying to be a millionaire. Do music because you want to be expressive. Do music because you have something you want to share with the world, with your community, with your family, with your friends. That's why you do music. If something happens after that, that's fine. But if you're trying to be rich, you want to be rich, and your desire is to be rich from doing music, then more than likely I have sad news for you, as you well know. But you can get your music out there no matter what type of music you do, and it doesn't take you selling your stuff to major labels and all that stuff, because it ain't going to pick you up if you're not promoting yourself anyway. Believe me, I know this thing. I've been in this business for almost 30 years. I can tell you how it goes. So if you're in it to make good music, respectable music, and you want to show your talent, you want to show your spoken word, whatever it is you do, come see me. $25 and you can't beat it. But if you're trying to be rich and all that, then you got to go to another lab because we don't get down like that. We're trying to be creative. We're not trying to be rich. All right? Talk to you later. I'm out. Raj. With my finger.